What's going on, everybody? J-Mac here with X-Calibur Gaming, and today I want to tell you what we're going to do with Planetary Materials. That's tokens and the materials themselves. The materials I'm talking about is phase glass needles, alkaline dust, simulation seeds, and seraphite. Real quick, I just want to go over how these things are changing, what's going away, kind of what's staying. So the tokens at the planets are going to go away. We won't be able to use those once those vendors are gone. But the materials themselves are going to be hanging around for us to use them for one more season. That's just season 12. As soon as we get to season 13, we will only be able to turn in these 4 materials for Glimmer. Okay, with that said, let's talk about the spider. The Planetary Materials exchange is not going to change. We'll be able to get those for Glimmer, or at least next season, and then those might rotate out at season 13. What is changing is the enhancement core exchange rate. That's going to 5 cores for 30 shards, and there's not going to be a weekly cap on that. We can get as many as we want. And then they're going to add 1 prism for 400 shards to the spider's inventory, and you can get that 3 times a week. My suggestions are to spend your planetary tokens right now. Do this before Beyond Light comes out. I think you're going to get a terrible exchange rate if you just let them sit there, or whatever they decide to give you. It's not 100% clear, but as you can see in the background, I'm deleting, or I will end up deleting them, but I am turning in my IO tokens here, grabbing those engrams, and I'm getting armor, which is going to get shards out of when I break them down, and then I'm getting weapons where I'm going to get the Gunsmith Materials out of. You might get a little glimmer from these shaders that you're dismantling. This is all other resources that we're going to be able to use later. I do use just a little Planetary Materials here to cap off one of them to get that last engram to decode, but that's specifically just to cap that off, and I like round numbers. Now, I would suggest not spending the Planetary Materials at the vendors just to get those shards. I think it's a bad exchange rate, but if that's what you need, if you need the shards, go that route, because Banshee does refresh, and you're going to want those upgrade modules and be able to buy prisms in several different ways, and having these planetary materials for a whole nother season is going to benefit you. If you just hit Banshee up once a day and collect what you can, you're going to burn through that really fast. The last suggestion I'm going to make is any Gunsmith Materials that you have built up is go see Ada 1 before she disappears, and spam mods and pick up as many mods as you can, as you want, and burn through a lot of your Gunsmith Materials. Now, you'll get the Gunsmith Materials when you turn in the tokens at the planetary tokens, and then break down those weapons, because they're not, you're not going to use them anyway. They're not going to, with sunsetting, they're not going to be viable. So do what I'm doing here. Come see Ada while she's still here and stock up on these mod components. Don't know if we're going to need them. I don't know what Banshee's going to offer, but it's always good to have. That's it. That's all I got for my suggestions on what to do with the tokens and the planetary materials going into Beyond Light. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when we go live or post any new content. Comment down below. Tell me what your thoughts on this video are, if you want to see future content. As always, I appreciate you guys. See you on the next one.